had you guys waiting. Thank you.
There he is, Danny Jacobs. I'm going to turn it over. If Keith wants to come up, I'll think Keith can. What can I say? As you heard from Gennady, I mean, both of these guys fought their heart out at such a high level, world-class fight. You know, nothing but respect for what Danny has done inside the ring, outside the ring, the way he conducted himself through the whole promotion and his entire team. So I'll turn it over to his manager, Keith Connolly, and then you can open it up for questions with Fernie for both Danny and Keith.
Thanks, guys, for waiting around. I'm so proud of Danny. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It was a close fight. It was a good fight. I thought he won. I thought he outworked Gennady. I don't know what the punch stats were, but anytime Gennady hit him with a really hard shot, Danny seemed to come back with 2 or 3 of his own. So I couldn't be more proud of him. I pictured a victory coming into tonight, and that feeling of pride I would have had if we had gotten the decision. I'm prouder the way I feel inside right now than the way I thought I would if he had won the fight. So I'm proud of you, and I love you, bro.
Thank you. You guys have anything? No, talk to the people, Jay. Talk to the people.
Well. My son said to talk to the people, so I shall. We came into this affair with very little chance of winning by your standards, but Team Jacobs knew from the point that we started training camp until we actually entered that ring that we were ready to win. And Danny showed tonight why he is not just an elite middleweight, but a world champion middleweight. Keith just expressed the fact that he was really proud of him, but I don't think there's anybody in here as proud of Danny as I am. We've been on this quest for supremacy since he was 14 years old. And I've watched him grow into a strong, intelligent, charismatic man and a fantastic fighter. They often say that great trainers are only great by the athletes that they work with. Tonight, my son made me great. I love you.
I'm really proud of myself that I went in there and I gave it all that I had, and I showed some moments of true grit, and the fight didn't go in my favor, although I do really felt like I won that fight. I mean, I definitely think it at least could have been a draw, to say the least. But it didn't go my way, and I won't complain. But I'm happy that, like I've said inside the ring, that the fans ultimately were the winners, because that definitely wasn't a dull fight. We traded, we boxed, and we used our skills, and we entertained everyone. So that was our job, and I felt like we did our job 110%. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I know that with the performance that I had now, that it's not over for me, that the future is that much brighter, and we're going to continue to keep pushing. So thank you guys for all the support leading up to the fight, all the media coverage that we've had. You guys keeping this boxing thing alive. It's you guys, and it's your responsibility to make sure that we do it the right way, or that you do it the right way, and I appreciate and applaud you. But boxing is boxing, and anything can happen, and I definitely think I shocked a lot of people tonight, because going in I was definitely the underdog, and I had no chance. So I prove who I am and I prove what I can do. What all I can do is look forward to the future. So thank you guys very much, and I guess we could start taking some questions, and we're going to do the hand thing.
Gennady, to your right, congratulations on a great fight.
Thank you.
I wonder, first of all, if you feel like you come out of this enhanced, even though you lost the fight, that your reputation is higher than it was going in?
I got that Bruce Leroy glow, man. I really feel like, you know, this was a win-win situation for me. Because when you're the underdog, it's like I was, and when you go the distance and you fight back and you hurt the fighter and you show what you have inside of you, you know, this is boxing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's ultimately about making fans and pleasing everyone and showing that you're a crowd-pleasing fighter.
And then the second thing I wanted to ask you is, you see sometimes guys, they won't take fights unless all the terms are in their favor, and you took a fight that necessarily the terms weren't in your favor. And so do you feel like if more guys would do that, that the sport itself would be better and that the boxing would be in a better place than it is currently?
Yeah, absolutely. I think boxing has turned out to be more of a business because it's more lucrative than it's ever been before. So certain popular fighters kind of take advantage of that. But I understand that I was in a position where I had to earn my respect and I had to, you know, go up there and face the best, even if the terms wasn't really in my favor. I'm happy with the negotiations and how things went from it. Yeah, like I said, I just go back to the drawing boards and see if we can get a rematch or see if we can move forward. But you know, I definitely think this was a win-win situation for me.
Danny, I'm sure there was a part of you that wondered coming in what Golovkin's power would feel like and how you would react to it. After going through 12 rounds, what did it feel like, and how do you feel you reacted to it?
It wasn't what everybody made it out to be. I mean, it definitely wasn't this boogeyman, knockout artist that everyone is saying. And even when I got dropped, they said I got pushed a little bit. I mean, I did get hit, but I would have to go back and see it. But I wanted to go trade with him right there because it really didn't hurt me. I really didn't get hurt like I thought. If he landed one of those shots, it would be over, you know. And I won't say he's the biggest middleweight, but he's a fair-sized middleweight. And I knew going into the fight that I would be the bigger man. And you know, we outlanded him in punches. We threw more punches. We just overall, you know, was successful with the game plan. He was a tough fighter. I knew he was going to come forward, but he showed respect. He didn't come forward disrespectfully like he did every other fighter, the 23 guys that he's knocked out. He showed respect, and my boxing ability demanded that respect, and also my power. So I'm happy, I'm proud. All I can do is not cry over bitter milk. Sourdough, sorry. Whatever.
Do you remember the first power shot you took that, what round it was, like when how you react to it?
Man, I got hit with an overhand right in the back of my ear, you know. And I don't know if I was down or what it was, but I just said, okay, this is what we're working with. Okay, it's not that bad. We can work. And as you've seen, I've showed times where I wanted to go toe-to-toe. And I was gritting at him, I was, let's go. There's nothing that he did that stopped me from being confident, stopped me from my game plan. If anything, I just switched southpaw, and he's shown vulnerability there as well. I'm happy. I'm really happy with my performance. I want to go back and watch the tape to see, because I'm my biggest critic as well. So I'm really fair with if I lost, but in my heart, I really felt like I really didn't lose this fight.
Danny, just to follow up on that, did I understand you to say that you thought the punches would be harder before you got, because of everything that had been said and written?
The way you guys make it seem like, so
none of us got
I was just like, man, this guy is really the boogeyman. Did he really knock out guys with one shot? I was like, man. So this is what it's all about? When I got hit, I was like, okay. Even when I got knocked down, it was just like, let's go. I stood toe-to-toe right after I got knocked down.
Is that why your confidence seemed to grow as the fight went on?
Absolutely. You know, when it's the unseen, you don't know. You have to plan. You have to be cautious. You have to do it round by round. That was our plan, was to win each round, but do it cautiously. Not going there reckless, and just because I have knockouts as well, going there and try to stop the guy. So, you know, it's all good.
And Danny, when you talk about the respect that he had to show you, how much of it had to do with your hand speed, making it tough for him to stay inside where he normally does?
I think it was the hand speed, a lot. I'm not sure which one was the most, the power or the hand speed. But I did land sometimes at will with my jab, and especially when I was southpaw. I mean, at times he really couldn't touch me. But I'm not sure if the judges seen him throwing harder shots or however they were judging it, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with my performance. If we could do it again, I would love to.
Danny, was that the plan for you to go southpaw before something you decided?
Yeah, I mean, if you ever seen him fight a southpaw, he's always showing vulnerability. Kasim Umar, Monroe, this guy named Ivan Gardner, that really showed me some flaws in him. And I was just like, I'm really good at switching southpaw, so, you know, let's go in there and switch it up and confuse him. And that's exactly what I felt like we did.
One thing about that, Danny, with the southpaw stance, while I asked
Hold on, did you think I won there?
I had to fight 115 to 112 for Triple G.
Oh, jeez.
But you fought a hell of a fight.
Guys, that's hard. Maybe I shouldn't have asked him. I should have probably somebody else. One of my feelings, I probably should have. Go ahead.
I love you anyway.
Thank you, brother.
No, but if it was working so well southpaw, why didn't you stay there? You only did it a couple of times and for kind of short stretches earlier in the fight. Did you think about staying there much longer because you said you saw the flaws?
Yeah, well, you know, the game plan was to not stay southpaw. The game plan was just confusing. And I do southpaw very well as orthodox. So that's why it probably wasn't the best idea to stay southpaw. But, I mean, you've seen him missing. You've seen him not really being able to land, especially those hard right hands that he normally goes. So, yeah.
One other question then. A lot of the discussion has been about how you took Gennady Golovkin's punching power and it wasn't as much as you thought it might be. My question for you is, do you feel like you landed your best punch on him, and what was your thought and how he reacted to your punching power? Because your power was a little bit downplayed coming in because of the knockout streak that was so much greater than the one you were working on.
I definitely thought I hurt him maybe 2 times in the fight. Not hurt him enough to where he'll go down, but I definitely seen him back up, and when I hit him with a body shot, a hard body shot, I heard him go, ugh. You know, so, I mean, he's a man. And when I was looking at him, the face-off, that's all I seen. I didn't see anything that you guys made him out to be. I seen a man that could be hurt, and that's what the mentality that I had going inside that ring.
Danny, how important was it for you? I know you rehydrated to maybe well above 170. Did that extra weight help you accomplish, take those punches a little bit more effectively?
One would know. I would have no idea. I just know that I'm a big middleweight. And I know he's not the biggest middleweight, even though he's a big puncher. Really didn't seem to hurt me that much. I don't know if the nutrition played a part, but we lost the weight very well. Chris Algieri helped me out and did a very, very good job of making sure that we weren't drained, like maybe some of the previous fights we had before. And we hydrated properly, make sure we could put our best performance.
Danny, what did you weigh when you went in the ring?
Huh?
What did you weigh when you got in the ring?
Probably about 175. Yeah.
You spoke about this fight being your destiny, and at the end of that 11th round, when you were impressive to close it, you kind of pumped your chest. And what did that moment feel like? And as the fight went to the judges, how were you feeling?
I was 100% confident that I was going to get this victory. When I was pumping my chest and I was, like I said, I was grinning at him and, showing that bravado, I was in the zone. And once you're in the zone, it's kind of hard to get you out. Like when Triple G is, get that momentum, it's kind of hard to stop him. So that was just me, showing what I had and letting him know that this ain't gonna be, one of those easy go-rounds like you've had in the past.
Daniel, congrats on a good fight.
Thank you.
Golovkin said that he thinks you deserve a rematch, but the sentiment was that's not going to be immediate because he's probably going to fight Saunders in June and then maybe Canelo in September. So if you don't get an immediate rematch, who do you go to next?
I mean, that's not up to me. I have no idea who's out there. I have no idea. That's why I have a team to take care of those things. But I'm confident that I could be the best middleweight in the world. I really feel like I got this victory tonight, and most importantly, we gain fans so that we can possibly get a rematch in the future, whether it happens tomorrow or next year. No matter.
And lastly, there was a lot of chatter about the IBF second day weigh-in. Golovkin said that he felt like you weren't respecting the sport with the decision. I just wanted to see what your mindset was.
No, it wasn't really so me being disrespectful. I mean, it's my prerogative to, want to get up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to do a weigh-in and to be restricted to 170 pounds. So it was mainly me just wanting to stay hydrated, not have to focus on the little things, even though I respect this boxing game. I respect all sanctions and their ruling, but for me, I really wanted to focus on this fight, and we had a game plan, and we wanted to make sure, we use our size and we have the best possible nutrition that we can. And waking up early for me was just a hard thing to do, not because we were overweight, but I didn't want to have an issue whatsoever.
Keith, Danny, Andrew, we're not have a chance to get out. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations on a great promotion and a great fight.
Looks like Triple G is ready to come out. I think Danny Jacobs will also come out, but he's still in the locker room, so we'll go with Gennady first. Wanted to announce the official attendance tonight. We had a full house. It's 19,939. So we didn't quite break 20,000 like we did with Lemieux, but it was a tremendous atmosphere tonight. Here's Gennady Golovkin.
Jenna. All this.
What can I say with, going into this fight, we told everybody, anyone that would believe us that Danny Jacobs would be a very tough fight. Gennady and the whole team had a tremendous amount of respect, have a tremendous amount of respect for Danny Jacobs. There's really no losers in this fight. The way Danny fought, the way Gennady fought, I mean, it's clearly the two best middleweights in the world. And the way Danny got up from the knockdown, you got to give him a lot of credit. So with that, maybe we can have Abel, if you want to say a few words just from your perspective on the training side and from the corner.
Yeah, thank you very much, first of all, for coming out. I guess we had another full house. We expected a tough fight like we got. Danny was a little more resilient than really I thought he was going to be, but I think we had a great card all the way up and down. This fight before us was great. Gennady fought the kind of fight that I wanted him to. And Danny one day very soon will be champion because he deserves to be champion.
We can open it up to questions for Gennady, for Abel, or myself on the promotion. Bernie, if you wanted to take the questions.
For Gennady, what kind of effect did his hand speed have on you? Because normally you stay in front of a guy with your power punches a little bit more than you did tonight. Was his hand speed a problem?
Oh, I don't have a lot of problems. Speed is good, distance is good. Daniel, he's very good movement today. And very clean fight. I respect him, just I'm like down, Daniel respect, don't lose control. Every time control, 12 rounds. It's very good, because I need the 12 round too. It's a very good fight for me, very good experience.
Gennady, can you talk about Gennady, congratulations on the victory. After the 4th round knockdown, it seemed like those big punches that you were throwing at him either weren't landing flush or were just off. Can you describe what was going on there, why you weren't able to connect like you usually do?
Yes, yeah, just maybe I wait too long, just I need maybe one punch, like a punch. Sometimes it's different. Daniel, he's world champion, and he's a very good fighter. And I told you, he don't lose control, It's a very good fight today.
There's been some talk, and obviously, tell me how you felt. This is a two-part question. Tell me how you felt in the championship rounds, because it seemed like his energy was outdoing yours in rounds 10 through 12. And then, you know, there's been some talk, you know, you see it on Twitter now about you being so mortal now from this outcome. Did you feel mortal yourself?
No, I feel very good. No, just I feel right now in 11 like champions rounds. I feel a lot of power, a lot of speed, and I want more. I want. Okay, I think, you know, like right now it's a big ground show. Now then he's very good moving. He's very good fighter. Very smart. He's very smart. You know?
Lance, we hope that the other fighters and promoters feel that Gennady is not as dangerous now, so maybe they'll actually sign the contract instead of just talking about fighting.
Gennady, congratulations on your win. I have two questions for you. First one is, I know you got the victory, which is the most important thing for you, and you kept your title belts, but your knockout streak ended at 23, and as Tom said, and it came down to ringside, he said it was a heck of a run. What are your thoughts about that great knockout streak ending, and now the next time you go into fight and you get a knockout, it'll be one in a row?
This is life. Of course, this is very, very important for me. You know, this is my record. Right now, Daniel broke my record. You know, I told you, I respect this guy. You know, he's my favorite fighter. You know, after knocking down, I want more. Okay, maybe now, maybe. I'm not mad this fight. Very clean, very smart, very good quality fight. You know, I need this too. I need this all from it.
So now looking back on the fact that you came out of your first 12-round fight, you got the win, but it was close, it was tough. Do you feel, though, now that you can look at your long list of opponents and say Daniel Jacobs, in fact, was the best opponent that you have ever faced? And Abel, I'd like to hear your take on that also.
Yes, I think so, yeah. He's my best opponent. Yeah. He's very smart. He has very good boxing. You know, he's moving, you know, don't have panic, don't lose control, you know. It's very good.
He definitely is, and we said before the fight that we thought he was the best opponent.
Yeah.
Gennady, a question from Europe. Obviously, you've got 3 of the middleweight world belts, and we know that you've said you want to win the WBO belt held by Billy Joe Saunders. Would it be the perfect fight for you next to go back to your homeland and fight our compatriot Billy Joe Saunders in Kazakhstan and possibly unify the division there?
Hopefully this is my dream fight, you know. My goal is all the belts in the middleweight division, you know, all the belts. Of course, Billy Joe Saunders is my last step for my dream, you know. Of course, I wanted this fight. Hopefully this fight I have in Kazakhstan, the dreams Kazakhstan.
Would you like that fight next?
100%.
Yes?
Yes.
Gennady, considering how close the fight was tonight, do you think that Danny deserves a rematch, or would you rather move on to Canelo or somebody else?
Of course, you know, he's a good fighter. I'm ready to anybody. Yeah, of course, if he wants, if he's manager, promoter, corporate promoter, you know, he's ready. Of course, I'm a boxer. It's my job.
Gennady, were you bothered or troubled by the fact that Jacobs blew off the second day weigh-in and was able to hydrate so much, and you had to weigh no more than 170?
This is his problem, you know. I respect my sport. I respect boxing. You know, this IBF, you know, it's his problem. It doesn't matter.
Were you angry though?
No.
Hey, Gennady, when you seemed a little frustrated when he switched to a southpaw stance. Were you at all, or did it confuse you at all when he went southpaw?
Not a lot.
No?
He stayed in southpaw. I come down with the right hand. You know, I want more. I think, you know, he lose control. I want like a crazy fight. You know, I wanted this. You know, don't have chance.
Abel, were you prepared for that? For him switching stances like that?
We had John Jackson and Julius Jackson in camp who also switch, and David Benavidez does it often, so we had him at times do that. But I think that's, I actually thought that that's when Gennady was a little more effective when he switched to southpaw.
Abel, right in front of you. Did you feel the fact that Danny made an adjustment because he won most of the second half of the fight? Was there anything he did that changed the momentum in his direction?
I think the fact that he believed in himself so much and was prepared for this kind of guy. I said from the beginning that he's a very, very good fighter. He's the best fighter that we've faced so far. And his size may have anything to do with that. His girth, I should say, his weight. But that's what these fights at this elite level should be. Somebody needs to adjust and somebody needs to win rounds that where the other guy can't make the adjustments.
And Gennady, for you, the 12th round, when you went out for the 12th, did you feel like the fight was in the balance when you went out there and that you needed to win the 12th?
I think I win. I have a couple points, bonus like champions, like knocking down. I feel very comfortable. Seriously, I respect them. I'm not angry. I'm not this fight like animal. Smart fight. I need.
Abel, right in front of you. It's an impossible standard that he's held to. You have to knock everybody out, unless or else something can be slipping. But after the Kell Brook fight and this fight, do you still see the exact same guy that you saw 5 years ago when he first came to the U.S.?
Yeah, this is the same guy. I think he's getting a lot better, but the opposition is getting a lot better. Daniel was a champion. He is a champion still in my mind. If we get the fight in Kazakhstan and Gennady vacates once he wins against Saunders, Daniel, I'm sure, is going to be a champion at least one of the belts. He's probably better than, other than Golovkin, he's probably better than anybody else out there. He beats every other middle. No, I just think the opposition's getting better.
Abel, you said you thought that Danny was a little more resilient than you imagined. At what point in the fight did you sense that? At what point was there a particular shot that Gennady landed that you thought that another fighter maybe would outbuy? When did you get the sense that you were in for a long night?
After Gennady knocked him down, he never lost control. He was in the fight. He got with a good shot and he retaliated. But again, we all believed that that's the kind of fight that it was going to be. Danny wasn't going to roll over. Like I said, I don't want to keep harping on the fact that he beat cancer, but the guy is resilient. The guy did what he needed to do, and after he knocked him down, and he looked at Gennady like Gennady looks at his opponents and come on, let's go. We're in for a long night. That's good. I mean, it's good for boxing. It's good for Gennady. It's good for this whole card was just great. And this fight to top it off was. I think he gave the fans what they came to see.
Any closing thoughts, Abel and Gennady? We're going to let you guys go in a couple minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much again for coming out. The drama show was a 12-round drama show this time, but we hope to be in the ring again in June and get that fight. Tom sets up that fight in September so that we can really see who the best middleweight in the world is.
Yeah! Of course, thank you very much for big support. This unification fight, every fight, and it was a big fight for me, good experience for me, and of course, thank you very much, my friends from my city, from my country, who come to support me, this whole shit.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Before Gennady and Abel leave, I just want to announce the replay information. Normally, HBO just replays the main event, but this show was so great and both fights were so terrific. Both Chocolatito's fight against Rungasai and Triple G's fight against Jacobs will be replayed next week on HBO, starting at 10:30 Eastern Time. So we're excited about that. We're excited about everyone that tuned in tonight, and you just got to give him a hand for the performance that he did, and also Danny Jacobs.
Jenna.
We're going to wait for Danny Jacobs to come out.